Welcome to our second video. Our first video that we sent to the membership last month was about the setup. The setup, as we called it, the launching pad, the alignment of the body relative to your target line, the position of the club and the position of the spine, the forward tilt, all of that had to do with being able to properly align yourself to make the swing that you want to make that will send the ball towards the target. This month we're going to talk about arms drills. These are some fundamental positions that you want your arms and your upper body to be in as you train for these particular positions. You're going to need some training aids, very rudimentary training aids. A short club. I use a junior club just because it's easier in a confined space that you're going to be swinging in. A target line indicator, which may be another golf club, it may be an alignment stick, and it may be a yardstick or a broom handle, anything that will indicate a straight line to you. And lastly, two very sophisticated training aids, we call them towels, that you probably have around the house. One goes onto your lead arm, up tight against your armpit, and one goes under your trail arm. These are designed to keep your arms connected to your body. So, we're going to start each drill with a grip alignment setup. So the grip goes in, the club goes in the fingers. It doesn't go across the palm, it goes in the fingers of the top hand and the fingers of the bottom hand. And you want to see two knuckles on your left hand or your top hand, and you want the V between your index finger and your thumb of your right hand to be pointing somewhere around your right shoulder. So, assembling the grip is first in every case. We're going to move the club from the 9 o'clock position, which is where the left arm is parallel to the ground, or your lead arm is parallel to the ground, and your trail arm is parallel to the ground, is the 3 o'clock position. We're going to work between 9 and 3. This is the area that we want to strengthen because impact happens between 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And virtually every swing you make, with maybe the exception of the putting stroke, is going to be between 9 and 3, or some variation of that. So, arms drills. Feet together, soften the knees, shaft is parallel to the ground, you push your backside away, now you're ready to go. So, we're going to work with arms first. Left arm straight to 9 o'clock. Hold it. Right arm straight to 3 o'clock. And hold it. And release. These are done very slowly. You want feedback. You want feel. You want the opportunity, if you have a mirror, to look at it in the mirror. The more sensory feedback you get, the easier and the more established the habit will become. The next one is going to be chest movement. Start with assembling the grip. Feet together, push your backside away. Chest rotates to the right, to 3 o'clock, to 9 o'clock, and to the left, to 3 o'clock. And release. Now, if you're left-handed, those positions will be the opposite, but you get the idea. The next one is shaft to target line. So we assemble the grip, soften the knees, push the backside away. At the 9 o'clock position, we want the shaft of the club pointed right down at our target line. If you look at this from the side, that club is going to be at about a 45-degree angle at 9 o'clock. It's not going to be straight up and down, it's not going to be laid off, it's going to be at about a 45-degree angle, pointed right at your target line. So, assemble the grip, soften the knees, backside away, shaft to target line at 9, shaft to target line at 3, and release. The next one is the elbows. So the trail elbow on the back swing and the lead elbow on the forward swing. We assemble the grip, shaft parallel to the target line, backside away. So right elbow or the trail elbow is pointed down at 9 o'clock, and the lead elbow is pointed down at 3 o'clock. So right elbow down or trail elbow down, lead elbow down, and release. The next one is my favorite. Chin on a shelf, ear on a pillow. So, you have to use your imagination for this one. So if you have any issues with that, close your eyes. Assemble the grip. Soften the knees, push your backside away, and imagine that your chin is sitting right on a shelf at this address position. So as you go to the 9 o'clock position, your chin is going to stay on the shelf. It's not going to come up off the shelf. It's not going to move down the shelf. It's going to stay right on the shelf at 9 o'clock. Like I said, if you have a hard time with this one, close your eyes and you can feel it more. Then on the forward swing, as the club moves to the 3 o'clock position, your face is going to turn towards the target. And when the club gets to 3 o'clock, you're going to feel like your ear is laying on a pillow. So, chin on a shelf, ear on a pillow. Chin on the shelf to 9. No movement. Ear on a pillow to 3. And release. What's the purpose of this drill? The purpose of this drill is to keep you in your spine angle. Keep your spine flexed through impact. So people say you lifted your head. Well, it's really generally not your head that came up. It's this extension of your spine angle that moved during the golf swing. In golf terminology, it's called early extension. So we flex to get down to the ball. We have to stay in that flex position through impact, and then we can straighten up. So this drill is designed to keep you in that flex position through impact. And lastly, grip bond. There's 3 pressure points, 3 primary pressure points in the grip. The last 3 fingers of the top hand, the middle 2 fingers of the bottom hand, and then this bottom hand's thumb pad on top of the top hand's thumb. So those pressure points need to be maintained all the way through the swinging motion. So grip bond at 9 o'clock, you can feel all of those pressure points. You feel them here, here, and here. Same thing at 3 o'clock. What we don't want to have happen is we don't want to lose a connection somewhere in that swinging motion where we lose either this particular connection or we lose our towel, or this particular connection. And the towels will get easier to deal with. We don't want to lose any towels. We want our arms to stay close to our body. So grip bond at 9 o'clock, grip bond at 3 o'clock, and release. Remember, put 100% of your attention on one drill and one drill only. Use a mirror if you have one. If not, go to Home Depot and buy one and put it up in the garage. The more sensory feedback that you can receive, visually, kinesthetically, through your sense of feel, or your rhythm and balance, which is your auditory process, these things will only strengthen the habit. The slower you go, the more feedback you're going to get. You can go through these drills in less than 2 minutes. If you do 2 minutes a day perfectly, which you can do because there's no ball involved and you're moving very slowly, 2 minutes a day throughout the winter, you'll come in the spring with much stronger habits. Now, fortunately, or if you're fortunate enough to be able to hit balls, you can hit balls doing these, right? I suggest that you work with them without a ball first, but then if you can go to the range, then hit some balls from the 9 to 3 position and see if you can maintain those positions while striking the ball. Next video, we're going to deal with leg drills. These are the things that happen in our lower body, our knees, our weight transfer, our hips. So until next week, if you have any questions, you can email me at jim.maypother@clubcorp.com, and or you can search me out here at the club. I'm here Tuesdays through Saturdays, so don't be afraid to come up and ask me to clarify one of these drills if it's not clear in this video. Also, we have a what we call Boot Camp Golf, which is a physical training program starting on Monday, 8:30 to 9:30, 1 hour, 3 times a week for 5 weeks. This program will work on strength, it'll work on rotational motion, dynamic balance, and also speed training. So there's 3 things that are going to influence your golf game. Number 1 is your technique, and that's where I come in. That's instruction. There's number 2 is your golf club. The club has 50% of its influence over the flight of the ball. And number 3 is your body. So the stronger you are, the longer and more endurance you'll have, and it'll be much easier for you to sustain your golf swing over the 4-hour plus round that time it takes for you to play a round of golf. So, like I said, if you have any questions, seek me out. And until next video, enjoy your golf.